So let's break down what. Let's break down what we're running real quick. So
What a special
for
episode,
me, I'm
y'all.
playing
What a
a
special
deck
episode
that I
indeed.
like to
It's
dub
typically
the Arreaga Special, and for a few certain followers, I think you would appreciate that name very much. So for this, the commander that I'm running is is Anarune, the Rune Thief. Legendary creature, Vampire Rogue, a 2/4. Other rogues I control get +1/+1. Whenever one or more of my rogues I control deal combat damage to a player, that player mills a card for each 1 damage dealt to them. And if the player mills at least 1 creature card this way, I get to draw a card.
all right.
So it seems like we have a pretty
While
exciting
he's
match on our
playing that
hands
fun
today.
thing, I'm playing a
The
Trexa, which might be
a
inverted. Can you
Millen
see it?
Ariaga
Yeah.
special.
A Trexa is a
I'm sorry.
wonderful angel horror. Isn't
It's
she
a
beautiful?
4-drop with
Flying,
2
vigilance, death touch, and
colorless and
lifelink. At the
1
beginning of your
island,
end
1
step,
swamp.
proliferate.
So Demir colors.
Guess I'll put it right here.
Yep. Alright.
It seems like something's
So
gonna happen.
I'll start with a
What's the cost of your
lovely
commander?
swamp.
What's the cost of your?
Tap that for a Changeling Outcast. A 1/1 Changeling, so it's every creature type,
Okay.
and it can't block or be blocked.
The mere colors indeed. All
And I'll
right.
pass play to you.
Since you're leading, go ahead and start. Start the. All right. Okay.
Dukes. Let's see what we got here. I'll go ahead and start off with an island. I'll go into my battle step, declaring attackers.
So I'll just start with a watery
Attack for 1.
and
Dukes.
pass.
Main. I'm sorry. Nope, just the 1 hit. And then main phase 2. Tap both of these for a lovely card called Military Intelligence.
All right.
Whenever I attack with 2 or more creatures, I get
I'm
to
gonna
draw a
take it.
card. So that will be useful later
Anything
on.
in damage?
And I'll pass play to
Anything
you.
in damage? All right. 39 to me. Oh, that's nice. All right. Thank you.
Dukes. I'm gonna play another swamp real quick.
Which way will I go with this? I guess
And
I'll
then
just
what
play a
I'll do is
hinterland
enter my combat phase,
harbor and
declare
pass to you.
attackers,
3 of my
and
colors.
I'll ping you for 1. And main phase 2. Do a little bit of some slight mana ramping with a Mind Stone. Go ahead.
$38. Alright, give me a second because I have a debate here.
Oh, isn't that fun? Isn't Vampiric Tutor
Alright,
fun?
so I'm gonna play Vampiric Tutor. I'll go ahead and pay 2 life or lose or 2 life and go search my deck
Yep.
and put a card on top of it. Huh? I mean, it is, but I'm technically losing out to use it.
My commander?
Giving up a card to draw a card.
No, he doesn't. Although you are free to give him haste.
Your guy doesn't have haste, does he? Yes. Let me check my hand very quickly. Nah, I don't plan to do that. Why would I? Alright. Let's just get a okay turn
Not the
3
moment.
play.
Nope.
I don't know if I revealed it or not. Well, that technically goes on top of my hand. And I'll go ahead and draw it unless you have anything you want to do before I draw it.
Well, technically 2 with my Mind Stone.
Not really. Alright.
You can leave
You have
it.
1 open mana.
Not
2
really.
with the Mind Stone. Oops, sorry. Alright. Almost looked at my next card. I can actually, I saw my next card. Do you want me to just shuffle it or you want me to leave it? Well, to be fair, I'm about to anyway if you don't have any negates. Alright. A nice little pool here. And I'll go ahead and tap my pool for
There's a
white,
joy.
blue, and the colorless to play my Teferi. He says you don't have fun. I'm gonna bounce your
Dukes.
1/1
Does
back to your
Teferi
hand
do anything
and draw
else?
a card. Alright. And
so
I
basically
just will
everything
pass on
comes
to
to
you with that.
sorcery. Okie dukes. In that case, I'll play.
Nope. Well, he just says that you can only
play
cast
as-
spells anytime you would cast a sorcery.
We shall see.
Yep. He's a superhero.
Island. Let's see.
Do you understand what my deck is yet? Maybe not.
And what I'll do is I'll tap these to play Sierra Conrad the Grim. And what he does is he's a 5/4. Whenever another creature dies or a creature card is put into the graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves my graveyard,
What does he do?
Sierra Conrad deals damage to each opponent. Or what I could do is I could pay a colorless and a swamp. Each player mills a card. And that, yep, that is my turn.
Okay. Okay. Is that all? Options, options, options.
What's his uptick ability?
first thing I'll do is tick up onto Fairy. He allows me to,
Great. Everything
anytime
of
that
yours
I
is now
would,
instant pretty much until next turn.
into the next turn, I can play sorceries as if they have flash.
Boy, combine that with the blue. Okay.
Yeah, something like that. Alright. I'll go ahead and play a mana confluence. So I can tap for anything that...
Nope.
Well, I have reflecting pool, so I can tap for anything you do, and I have confluence, so I can tap for anything and just pay 1. Do I just want to pass and see what happens? You have no open mana? Alright then. I'm gonna
Oh joy.
pay 1 life.
And you said you're banishing it?
And I'll cast D-Spark. And I can exile target permanent with converted mana cost 4 or greater.
Alright.
To get rid of your nice little
You're
evil.
starting to play like a true
Yep,
blue
exile.
commander here.
No death today. Turn is yours.
Play an island.
Oh no, I'm playing like a true Sheldon. See, there's so many colors here besides blue. There's white and black and green. Green, the furthest thing from a blue player.
Let's see, what shall I do? I'll tap a swamp to play my changeling again. And I shall pass play for now.
Yep. Oh man. That's interesting. That is a fun card. Alright. Let's tick up to Fairy to 3. Play black. I'm gonna use my reflecting pool to tap for black.
Is that just for you or for
this for
or
colorless
both?
and play Phyrexian Arena. So I guess we do it like this. So at the beginning of your upkeep, draw 1 card and lose 1 life.
Okie dokes.
It is for me. I'll play a Hallowed Fountain tapped and pass the turn to you. And I still have 4 cards in hand.
And what's Teferi's ultimate? Gotcha.
Oh, he doesn't have one. He just has.
Gotcha.
He's one of the War of the Sparks Planeswalkers, so he just has a static ability.
Mind Stone.
He has a -3, which is return target artifact, creature, or enchantment,
2
and draw a card.
islands. And I'll play my commander, the Rune Thief. So now my changeling is now a 2/2 basically unblockable. Then I'll go ahead and declare attackers. And I'll attack you directly for 2.
Yep.
Mill 2.
Yep.
And let me know if you mill any creatures.
Alright, and what does that do? Mill 1?
Okey-dokes.
And you mill the Sauron. And you mill a doubling season. No creatures. Is that
1
your turn?
second. Just tap these to
Go to turn
play
4.
Black Blade Reforge. And whenever I equip a creature with it, it gets +1/+1 for each land I control. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm aware of that. As interesting of a card this is. I mean, I guess I can do a lot this turn.
Options aren't good for a Sheldon
Oh,
special.
goodness. Oh, boy. I have options. Hold on. Yeah, it can be, though. So many options, so little time. So I'm going to start, without a doubt, by playing a little forest. Okay. I'm going to tap a forest to play a mana vault. Doesn't untap during your upkeep. I can pay 4 to untap it, but I can tap it for 3 to add 1 mana. Oh, so now the question is what to do. So I have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have access to 8 mana. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a mandatory trigger. I forgot. I need to draw an additional card and lose a life
Yep.
from Phyrexian Arena. Okay. Does
To
that
equip
change
the
anything
blade,
on my front?
3 to legendary creature,
You're
otherwise
tapped out of
7.
mana.
I have
How
6
much
at
does
the
it
moment.
cost to equip? Yep. How much you have? 6 at the moment. What else would I do besides tick up with Teferi? I think. Options. So I'll pay 1 green. Alright, well let me do this correctly, why don't I? I'm gonna tap to produce streak floating, which I'll keep up with here in case I, for whatever reason, have issues. And I'll pay 1 green. I'll use this for another green, so I'm gonna have 2 floating. I'll play Eternal Witness. I gotta figure out how I want to organize my stuff now. And it is a creature.
Is that a on summon
Eternal Witness
effect?
says that I can return a target card from my
Nah, I was just
graveyard back to
curious.
my hand. I'll take D-Spark back, and I'll leave the other 3 cards in the grave. Yes. Do you have a response? I guess. Hand 3 floating. I actually don't know if that's the right thing to do or not. So I still have 2. I have 5 total. I could do something more fun. I don't know what to do. Maybe I shouldn't have ticked up with the fairy. Let's. We'll do white and black to or to de-spark your commander. Yep. Yeah, you get to choose. Yep. And lastly, I'll use my 2 floating, and I'll pay 1 to produce mana from there to discard my Triome so I can draw a card. Oh, interesting. I actually don't want to see that. Turn is yours. It's just a 2/1. It's small. Return 1 target creature, artifact, or enchantment to the owner's hand and draw a card. Yep, I'm aware of those. Yep, that thing's gone. I actually know the command destroyed Planeswalker. That's pretty cool. Yep, I'll take the 1. 31. All right. So I have a whole bunch of triggers initially. Upkeep, I'm going to lose a life. Draw a card. I'm going to draw for turn. And I'm going to, there's something else I'm going to have to get pinged for. I can pay 4 to untap that so I don't have to lose a bunch of life. So I will happily do so. So let's do 1, 2, 3. Do I want to do that? No, I'll just take an extra damage from the fact that Mana Vault is tapped. Yeah, we'll do it like that. All right. Now I'm going to play a command sphere. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to tap 4, paying 1 life, including my new command sphere to cast my commander, Atrexa. And I will pass turn to you. Four, flying, vigilance, death touch, lifelink. How many cards do you have in hand? One left compared to my big old stack. Are you casting your commander or are you equipping your sword? For what, 6 this time? All right. And you're going to hit me for 2? All right. No creatures. Enlightened Tutor and Oath of Teferi. So I'm at 26. All right. So I have access to some stuff. So I'm going to draw for turn. All right. Let me debate if I'm going to leave Mana Vault tapped or untapped. I don't know, actually. I need to draw again, regardless. Well, I have mana forever, and I don't even know what I'm going to do with it all. Okay, so let's tap 3 to untap Mana Vault, because I'm tired of getting pinged for no reason. All right, so I lose 1 from Phyrexian Arena. I'm about to lose a little bit more. I'm going to play a Misty Rainforest. I'm going to pay the 1 and sack it to go search for a land. So I'm at 24. See, I kill myself so well. It's one of my special abilities in this deck. So I get to search for a forest or island and put it into play. But luckily, well, hold on. If I can find the one I'm looking for, I have a very particular one that should still be in here. Unless I'm crazy. Which I may be, but I don't think so quite yet. Nope. Okay. Zagoth Triome, which is a Swamp Forest Island. It'll come into play. Tap. All right. I will use my reflecting pool to play a soul ring, which I drew. It's not necessarily that helpful to me at the moment. um, maybe I'll crack the command sphere. I will tap commander sphere producing blue, and I'll sack off the command sphere to draw a card. And that's another card I don't want to see. uh, it can be. I'll Yep. So I'll put Phyrexian Arena all the way over here, so it's out of the way, and then all my mana ramp here, my 2 open mana. I'll swing for 4 in the air. Nothing has flying, right? I guess it doesn't matter anyway. I'll swing for 4 in the air. And I will gain 4, going to 28. Luckily I have Vigilance, so hooray. And I will pass the turn to you. That's the first time I hit you the whole game, right? So, woohoo! We're getting somewhere slowly. Yep. Yeah, it is. All right, let's have some fun. I'm gonna ping one to produce black. Let's try Anguished Unmaking to exile target non-land permanent. I'm gonna try to exile your commander. Well, wait, I have a question before I even do it. Specify what your commander ability is. You draw a card. Do you draw one for each of them or just one? Oh, okay. But from doing that, I lose 3 life, so I'm back to 24. So I don't know if it was if I netted anything from that exchange. I'm sure you want to swing with your guy for one at me directly. All right. All right. 4 cards in hand. I'm gonna get pinged for 1, so 22, and draw my normal draw step. Uh, all right, well, I can have some interesting fun. I got things I can do besides look at land. So many pretty land with so little things to do. All right, so I'm gonna tap Soul Ring to produce Street Floating in a green and pass Peer, Imaginative Rascal. He's actually pretty cool. And what he says is he's partner with Toothy Imaginary Friend. So I can put Toothy into my hand whenever he comes into the field. But if one or more counters would be put on a permanent, that many plus one of each of those counters are put on that permanent instead. Yep. So let me go find Toothy, the imaginary friend. All right. And I will use the extra floating mana. All right. This blue, this one, and does it matter? That one to cast Toothy. And whenever I draw a card, I can put a +1/+1 counter on him. Whenever Toothy leaves, I draw a card for each +1 counter on him. He's a 1/1. Um, since I don't have a lot of, I'll go to combat and swing for 4 in the air again and gain 4. 4. How many cards do you have in hand? You said 1. Okay. I'll play on Tomb tapped. I'll tap 1, 2. I'll pay 1 with Mana Confluence, putting me to 25. And of course, this has Vigilance, so it doesn't get tapped. And I'll cast the Flux Channeler whenever I cast the non-creature spell Proliferate. But I don't have anything with counters, so that doesn't really matter at the moment. And I pass the turn to you. All right, so say that one more time. Okay. How much is it, or is it? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. What's the power toughness? Okay, not bad. You're about to. I have 3 colorless. Yep. 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 How much for, like, what's that, 10? All right. I'll go to 16. Yep. All right. I gotta take a life. So I'm at 15. Yep, and I end up drawing 2 cards, one from Phyrexia Arena, one for turn. So now Toothy has 2 counters. And if one or more counter will be put on it permanent, it puts that many +1. So instead, the first time it would get 2 counters. The second time it would get 4 counters. So now it's at 4. All right. So I have some options. All right. So I'm going to cast my Johnny Mentor of Heroes. I don't know if you got the theme of my deck yet, but I have a lot of superheroes here. Super friends, everyone coming together. Planeswalker, the Gatewatch, they're all crashing through. Nah, they ain't gonna do nothing now. They can't walk on no planes. You aren't wrong. So, as I cast a Johnny, Mentor of Heroes, my Flux Channeler's ability triggers. It says I can proliferate whenever I cast a non-creature spell. All right. Toothy's going to gain an additional counter, and Pierre's going to give him one more counter. So now Pierre has 6. Pierre's now a 7/7. And my Johnny will come in as a 6. All right. Next, I'm going to play Sky Shroud Claim. I'll cast or tap my Mana Vault for 3, and I'll tap a green. And it says search for 2 forest cards and put them onto the battlefield. Then shuffle my library. All right, never seemed to hurt anyone, did it? Hopefully not. I don't know which one I'm going to look for, but I'll probably just get the first 2 I see. Just forests. There's so many different type of forests. I think that, yeah, these might be my last 2. Breeding Pool, which is a forest, and Temple Garden, which is also a forest. The question is, do I want to cast those or not? I don't know. Or do I want them to come in untapped or tapped? I don't know. Actually, yeah, we're going in. I'm going to 11. They're both coming in untapped. And he's going to end up getting 2 more as well. So now he got 8, and I got to change up my thing altogether. 8. Well, he got very large very quickly, did he not? All right. He is a big boy. We have a few more options of what we can do. I could look for something fun. Or maybe I won't look for anything fun. Maybe I'll keep extending until I can't extend anymore. Isn't that the name of the game in so many cases? I'm going to play my 0-cost mana crypt and that's going to trigger my proliferation again, putting Toothy at 10, putting Ajani at 8. And now I have the very tough task of what to do. I will. Do I want to keep Ajani around for a while? I think I would like to. And you're tapped out, right? All right. So I'm gonna spend 5 mana. I'm gonna spend 5 mana and cast Deep Glow Skate. It's a 3/3. When he enters, double the numbers of each kind of counters on any number of permanents. So now Johnny goes to 16, and Toothy goes to 20 counters. Hey, one. All right, let's go to combat. I will swing for what? Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna swing. Toothy and Atrexo will swing in the air. 21, 21. Yes. Nope. So yeah, that's 25, and 4 of that is in the air, and you're at 36. Oh, you are right. 32. So the choice is yours on how to proceed. It's just those two, Atrexa and Toothy, because everyone else can. He's just a 1/1, and this is a 2/2. What was? I am at 11 life. I only have 1 card in hand. And 3 available mana. All right. So I'm gonna go to 15. You're gonna go down 25 to 7. Well, how the stream of life goes. Well, my friend, it's been fun. I will ultimate my Johnny since he has 16. So he'll go to 8. And I'm gonna gain 100 life. I don't know if you can. And I'll pass my turn and proliferate again due to Atrexa's effect. That'll be at 10. Turn is yours. Just a little bit. I was very close to dead until I'm not anymore. I don't have game next turn either, though. If you're able to block a Toothy. Because I only have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, well. If you have another creature, I don't think I have a game. Go for the... Yep. You could kill a Johnny if you want. It might be worth it, truthfully, because his plus ability, I can distribute 3 +1/+1 on up to 3 creatures. And if I did that, then they would each get 2 +1/+1 counters. Um, and then, or I could look at the top 4 and then reveal an aura creature or planeswalker and then put it into my hand. And that's not good either. All right. Yep, he's 23, 23 at the moment. All right. But the issue is if you attack with Toothy, I will block with Atrexa that has Death Touch. So you have the option. But you do have the option on what to kill. I would probably kill a Johnny though. That's just so I don't. Otherwise, I'm gonna Planeswalker spin. But I have plans for him. But he had 10 loyalty. He was a good boy, a good lion, Planeswalker man. All right. And he had exactly 10. So I probably even need to cast this. Yep. All right. Hold on. I don't know. All right. Yeah, go ahead. When does Toothy die? All right. Yep. Hold on. I gotta look up something important. This might take a second. All right. So this is what I'm slightly confused about. And this actually matters a lot. Let me check something. Well, first let me draw and then I'll tell you what may or may not happen, okay? Because it's very important. Well, I drew my 2 card. I'm gonna ooh, I got a lot to do. I'm gonna untap here. First I need to flip a coin, so I'm just gonna do even or odd, right? Even or odd. And I'm gonna say even. It's even, so I don't lose 3 life from Mana Crypt. I lose 1 life from Phyrexian Arena. I draw an additional card. So here's what's important. You might have to draw 22 cards. You hear me? 22, but I'm not sure because it says when Toothy leaves the battlefield, draw a card for each +1 counter on it. I don't know if that activates in grave or as it leaves the grave. You know what I mean? Let me see. MTG Death Trigger. Gain control. All right. All right. Yep, I think you get to draw 22 cards. Go ahead. You're tapped out though, right? But you get 22 cards. All right. And I have 3 cards in hand. Mana Bolt is not. It is currently tapped. And did you draw all your cards? All right. Well, my friend, seems like today's going to be one of those days, right? We're going to go out with a shebang. So I'm going to produce, huh? We're going to pay 4 mana. I need a white and a black as well. So we'll do that. I'll do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to proliferate, but I have nothing that can have counters, so how fun is that? I'm going to play Primeval Glorious Rebirth. Return all legendary permanent cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. I have 2 little cards left. So let us see what legendary cards are there. Toothy's a legendary creature. Welcome back, Toothy, Soren, Ajani. Teferi. And Teferi, Ofa Teferi. When Ofa Teferi enters the battlefield, exile another target permanent I control until the end of the next turn. So I will go ahead and make Deep Glowscape exiled until the end of this turn. So Ofa Teferi also does a lot of fun things. He says I can use my Planeswalker's abilities twice per turn. Pretty fun. All right, so now let me get counters for everybody, right? And now this is where things get wonky. So Teferi typically enters with 4, but in this case, Teferi will enter with 5, 1 extra. Johnny typically enters with 4, but he's going to enter with 5. Soren typically enters with 4, but he'll also enter with 5. All right. Next. Well, I don't have a lot of next to do, actually. You're at how much life currently? I'm going to plus with my Ajani, which will put him at 6. I can look at the, well, actually, hold on. Let me not plus yet. Let me be smart about this. So with my fun little Teferi man, I'm going to do -3 to bounce your sword back to your hand and draw a card. Oh no. Oh no. So that was Teferi's first ability that I used. All right, boy. Oh man, that was special. I'm about to have fun. Let me have fun, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5 mana. I'm gonna cast Teferi, Temporal Archmage. Another Teferi. He's gonna enter with 6. And then everything else is gonna proliferate, gaining 2. 4. Am I gonna gain another 100 life? I don't know. And I'll go to 7 on this one. You see why they're super friends, right? They all come to help each other. See, now you got Barry from different time and different worlds here to help save the day. Because he realized that you were trying to bully his friends. And I guess I might as well just... I will go ahead and bounce your 1/1 as well with Teferi, since I can use it up to twice per turn. And I'll draw another card. All right. I'm going to minus with my Teferi. He says I can untap up to 4 permanents. And with those 4 permanents, let's do this. I'm going to do Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, and Mana Vault. All right. I'm going to cast Jace, Unraveler of Secrets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And all of my mana that's out or tapped out, I'm just going to stack it all over here. My artifacts and my land. So I have 2 open mana currently. Well, actually, I have 3. All right. I will plus him, which will go to 8. And then I can scry 1 card and then draw 1 card. I see that card. I like that card. I will keep it happily. All right. I'm going to tap Mana Vault for 3 floating, and I'm going to keep track of my floating because this might be a long term, and I apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm going to tap Reflecting Pool for black. I'm going to use 1 of my colorless, so I have 2 left. And I'm going to cast Demonic Tutor. Search your library for a card and put it into your hand. And everything will proliferate. 10, 7, 3, 9, 9. And this should be a pretty quick. Okay. All right. Yeah, I know. I got the whole Justice League. I got 2 Teferis. I got a Johnny. I got Jace. I got Soren. Holy tamale. Well, I'm going to go ahead and ultimate my Jace Unraveler of Secrets, just for the fun of it. When you get an emblem, whenever an opponent casts his or her first spell each turn, counter that spell. That's the first one. I don't know. I'm both. I think I'm more like the Justice League right at the moment. Or maybe I need to be avenged after you done took Toothy and drew 21 cards. I would have probably easily died very quickly after that. I mean, the only way I was going to win is if I ended up ultimate in Planeswalker. All right, so I have 3 open mana, which is still not quite enough to do what I want to do. So it looks like I'm going to have to do more finagling. So I'm going to go ahead and tap Teferi because that implies that he's already been used. I will go ahead. I'm going to, with Ofa Teferi, use Teferi Temporal Mage again to untap more. So he's going to go to 6. Bam. Cool. And I'm going to untap Mana Vault. Zagoroth. Do I need more mana or do I want more colorful stuff? Let's just do Mana Crypt for now. And now I will use Soul Ring and Mana Crypt to cast the Chained Veil. Have you seen this mama before? This is the thing that Liliana traded her soul for. Have you seen? Yeah, you read it? So I lose 2 life if I don't activate a loyalty ability of a Planeswalker this turn. And then I can spend 4. And for each Planeswalker you control, you may activate one of its loyalty abilities once this turn, as though none of its loyalty abilities have been activated this turn. All right, and everything proliferates. 4, 8, I'm so sorry. 11. 11. Evil. I'm not sure either, truthfully. Well, with my Jace, I'll go ahead and go to 6 since he gets more, right? And he says I can scry one. I'm gonna look at that for a while. I'm gonna draw it. I'm all of them. I'm both. Don't you understand? This deck is the universe itself. Oh, you can't even see the chainmail over here. Hold on. I need to pay 4 very quickly so I can be able to have all the fun I want to have with the chainmail. All right, now all their planeswalkers' abilities can activate again. Yeah, I know. Soren hasn't done anything yet. I'll deal 2 damage to your 1/1 or your 1/2. What is he? All right. Oh well. Do I want to do it twice? Maybe. Well, I get to do it 3 times. Yes. Let's do it twice. You go to 17, and I'll gain 4 life. Only in Commander. All right. Now that my Teferi can again use abilities, I'm gonna -1 to bring back Manifold, untap the Chain Veil, untap Soul Ring, untap Mana Crypt. I think. No, can't do that one. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Let's just do 7 to be safe. All right. Now that the fairy, so I can bounce. You have anything? I'll bounce your Mind Stone. Going to 2, drawing a card. I guess I haven't used any of Ajani's abilities, so I'll use Ajani's ability. Going to 13 to distribute a bunch of 1/1s on them. I won't prolong this, I guess, if I don't have to. So they each will end up getting a whole bunch of 2s added to their abilities. And Toothy, oh boy, I haven't even been counting all the cards I've been drawing. So I drew 2. I drew 1, 2, 3, 4. So Toothy should be, oh goodness. He should have 8 plus the 2 he just got. Toothy's already big again. I will plus him again, Ajani again, to look at the top and see if there's a land or creature. Wow, and there is none. That's sucky. Well, I get nothing from that one. I don't know if I played land for turn. I'll play that. He used his ability. Everyone almost used their ability. I will do Sauron's -3 to make your life become 10, and then I'll swing in for game. I'm sorry to cut. I just ended it there because otherwise it's. I think technically I could go infinite because I have Teferi out and I have the Chain Veil. So I just keep untapping and tapping so I can untap land. To infinity. So otherwise, I mean, yeah, that was, I got a negate every turn, so I got past if you had a negate. What else happens? I could have gained 100 life again, but I don't know if that was even fun. In my hand at the moment, so what I drew for turn what saved me. When we started that turn, all I had was the Elder spell, which is destroy any number target of planeswalkers, and then I can put 2 loyalty counters on each for each planeswalkers that was destroyed that way. But that within itself isn't helpful if I don't have any planeswalkers. I had a backup plan, which is the Fairy Protection, which is this card is pretty good.